Taeyong, how long you will take to bring my files, Vayan? His voice was loud and cold. Vayan, I'm coming, just a second. Vayan, I took the file which they asked me to bring him and went downstairs to give him the file. He was looking so tensed. I handed him file and was about to sit on sofa when he said, I need a cup of coffee if you don't mind. His focus was on the file. Vayan, yeah sure. I went to kitchen and made 2 cups of coffee and took them out. I was about to put coffee on the table in front of Taehyung, but suddenly I felt dizzy, which made my hand shake. Before I could understand what happened, I was on the floor. Taehyung pushed me, which made me fell on floor. He was coming to me with extremely furious expressions. Vayan, Taehyung, I'm sorry, I didn't did it on purpose. It's just happened. He held my hand and made me stand. I was shivering in fear because I have never seen this side of his. Even though his behavior was cold towards me just after some days of our marriage, but he never raised his hand on me. Taeyong, I'm so done with you. Get out of my house. He pushed me to the gate. Vayan, Taeyong, I'm sorry. I'll clean this right now. I said, wiping my tears with my hands. Taeyong, shut up. Just shut up. His voice was extremely loud because of that I flinched. Taeyong, get out. Don't show me your face. Vayan, but it's 12:30 a.m. Where will I go? Taeyong, go to hell from me. He took my hand in his hand and dragged me out of house. Vayan, Taeyong, what happened to you? Please, why you are behaving like this? I was crying loudly. Taeyong, do you know how much those papers were important? You ruined them all. Now leave before I kill you. His eyes were red in anger. He went inside and locked the door. I rushed behind him and knocked the door, but he didn't open. Vayan, again I banged the door but still no response. I sat out of house and cried for an hour. But then I wiped my face with my hands and got up. I started walking on street without knowing where to go. Taeyong, my business was about to fall apart. My company was about to bankrupt and I was clueless how and why. Because it was all good just 3 months ago. I got married to Vayan just 3 months ago, and because of marriage, I didn't went to office for a week. I handed my company to my most trustworthy friend and my manager Kai. Everything was good, but suddenly everything turned upside down. I couldn't blame or doubt Kai because he was my best friend. I wasn't able to find the culprit and losing all hopes of saving the company. But then I found those papers by the help of my another trustworthy friend Josh. He collected all the information and handed me. I took file home but didn't had enough time to see what's inside the file. I was about to see who was the enemy and who did this all, but Ryan ruined everything. I was already tensed enough for past 3 months. When I saw coffee on those important papers, I got mad. I couldn't control my anger and threw her out of house. I came back in and locked the door. I was feeling completely hopeless. Tomorrow is the last day of take a final decision about my company. My mind wasn't working at all. I was regretting already to treat her so badly. How I will face her. I should have controlled my anger. I can't lose anything. After thinking for more than an hour, I take a decision. I went upstairs in bedroom and opened my locker. I took out my gun. I had no other choice left. I spent many years of my life to build my company and now everything is going to finish. And because of this all, I lost my wife. I should die. I tightened my grip on the gun, closing my eyes thinking about wine for the last time. Tears rolled down on my face. Taeyong. I tightened my grip on gun. I was about to pull the trigger when my phone started ringing. I took a deep breath and put gun down on bed, took out my phone off my pocket. It was Josh calling. I rubbed my forehead with my fingers and picked up the call. Josh, hey buddy, what's up? Taeyong, nothing. Josh, so what will you do now? what action you will take for that bastard? Taeyong, who? I mean, which bastard? Josh, what do you mean? Haven't you seen the file which I gave you? Taeyong, no, actually, I didn't had time but accidentally Wine spilled coffee on that. Josh, oh, I'll mail you everything. Don't worry, I have a copy. Taeyong, do you really have a copy of those papers? Josh, yes, buddy, I will send you right now. And yeah, I have collected some solid proofs. They will definitely help you. Taeyong, thank you so much, Josh. Josh, don't be formal with me. Bye. He hung up the call. After a minute, I got a mail from Josh. After checking the mail, I found the truth. Everything was done by Kai, my childhood best friend. I dialed Kai's number. I was feeling thirsty. I loudly called Vian, but then I remembered what I have done with her. I hung up the call and rushed outside the house. She wasn't there. My heart skipped a beat. Where did she go? I took my car's key and went out to look for her. I was ashamed. Because of me, she left. My heart was beating fast. I could hear my heartbeat in my ear. In anger, I punched on window glass, which made my knuckles bleed. I was looking for her in every single street. It was already half an hour of searching for her, but I couldn't find her. I stopped the car and came out. I was feeling lonely and hopeless. Again, I felt angry on myself. I hit my hands countless times on car. Tears were streaming on my face. My hands were bleeding, but I didn't stop. I hurt her. I pushed her out of house with my these hands. How I could do this to her? I'm sorry, Ryan. Please come back. Where are you? I was crying and mumbling loudly like a psycho patient. Vian. I was walking without knowing where to go. It was late at night and I was alone walking on street. My legs started hurting. It's almost more than an hour I was walking aimlessly. I was tired of walking, so I sat on a footpath. I rested my head on a tree near me. Once again, tears were about to soak my face, but I roughly wiped them with my palms. I will not cry anymore. If he don't care about me, then I also don't need him in my life. My eyes were feeling heavy. Closing my eyes, I started thinking about first few days of our marriage. He was a very loving and caring husband, but suddenly he changed. While thinking, I don't know when I slept. Noise made me open my eyes. There were two men standing near me. I felt uncomfortable, so I sat straight. One of them came to me. He was drunk and a creepy smile was on his face. I got up feeling terrified, but he stood in front of me. Man, hey sweetie, why are you alone here? The other man also came to us. I didn't respond to them and tried to pass them, but one of them held my arm. Man, too. No, baby, no, you can't go like this. It's late. We will drop you home. Come with us. My body started shivering in fear because I was all alone. No one was there to help me. Ryan, please let me go. I can go by myself. Man, no, we can't let you go. You will be lost. Man, too. Yeah, he's right. Let's go. We can give you a good company. They both looked at each other and laughed loudly. Ryan, I said, let me go. Leave my arm. I shouted on them, but they started dragging me. I was screaming for help and they were laughing. Taeyong. After taking out some anger, I sat in the car again and started searching for her. It's already late and I had no idea where she is. I was looking for her for past 2 hours. My body and hands were hurting, but my heart wasn't ready to give up so easily. Because of me, this all happened. I was praying for her to be safe when I heard someone yelling for help. I took my gun from glove box and hopped out of car. I rushed to the direction of voice. After running and searching for few minutes, I found them. They were two men dragging a girl. It was dark, so I wasn't able to see the faces of any of them. I went close to them, then I saw Ryan. My blood started boiling looking them touching my wife. I rushed to them and pushed the man who was holding Ryan's arm. Ryan, I was yelling for help when someone pushed the man away who was holding my arm. I turned back to see who was there. He was Taeyong, but before I could run to him, the other man hit glass bottle of wine on the street to break it. Taeyong aimed his gun on that man, but he held me from my waist and put that broken glass bottle on my neck. Man, don't come, mister, I will kill her. Taeyong, don't you dare to touch my wife. Leave her. He was looking furious. Man too. No, mister, go back before we kill her. Taeyong, I said leave her. He said in murderous tone. Man, if you want her to live, then put your gun down. Taeyong, okay, okay, I'm putting it down. Leave her. Taeyong bent down to put his gun, but next second the man who was holding me fell on street screaming in pain. Looking his condition, the other partner ran away without looking back. The man was screaming in pain and asking for help, but Taeyong went close to him and again shot him on his other leg. I closed my eyes with my hands. Man was screaming more louder than before. Taeyong, I told you not to touch my wife. How dare you touch her? He kicked him in stomach and turned to me. He came to me and held my hand in his hand and walked back to his car. After walking a little, I pulled my hand from his hand. Vian, I'm not going anywhere with you. Taeyong, Vian, we will talk once we reach home. Vian, which home? I don't have home. Taeyong, I know I was wrong, but please come with me. I can explain. Vian, I don't need your explanation, Taeyong. I don't want to live with a man like you. Taeyong, I am sorry. Vian, I don't need your sorry. I just need freedom from you. Taeyong, this will never happen. He held my hand again, but I pulled it back and slapped him on his face. Vian, now you get it? Now you feel how it feels when someone humiliates you? Taeyong, slap me as much as you want, but I will never let you go again. Vian, oh really? I said sarcastically. Taeyong, come on Vian, let's go home. I again slapped him on other cheek. I was expecting him to react, but he was calm. Taeyong, I deserve more. His eyes teared up. Watching him crying, my heart skipped a beat. After that, I hit him on his chest countless times, but he didn't stop me. He was just sobbing, which made my heart hurt. Tears made their way on my face. Taeyong, please don't cry. I already made you cry enough. I am sorry. Vian, I hate you. You are a bad husband. Taeyong, yes, I hate myself too for treating you badly. I am sorry. I wasn't a good husband, but I promise I will be the best husband. Vian, but my mistake wasn't that big. Taeyong, I know. I will tell you everything once we will reach home. Vian, no, I will not come with you. Taeyong, please, Vian, hit me, slap me, or more if you want to do, but please come with me. I need you. I want you in my life. Please forgive me. He folded his hands to ask for forgiveness. Vian, don't do this. It's useless. Taeyong, okay then. Here, kill me. He put his gun in my hand forcefully. Vian, what are you doing? Taeyong, if you don't want to come, then please kill me. I don't want to live without you. He bent down on his knees in front of me, which made my eyes bigger in shock. Taeyong, please, Vian, forgive me. I am really ashamed of my behavior with you. Please forgive me. Vian, please get up, Tae. Don't do this. Taeyong, no, I will sit here like this until you forgive me and come with me. I sat near him when I saw his hands were badly injured and bleeding. Vian, what is this? What happened to your hands? Taeyong, nothing happened. I deserve this all. With these hands I pushed you out of house. I deserve the same pain you was feeling. Why? Are you out of your senses? What you have done to yourself? Look how much this cut is deep, Tae. My heart ached looking his condition. Taeyong, please come with me. Forgive me. Why? No, you will treat me the same way. Taeyong, I promise I will never treat you like this again. I will be a good husband. Why? God promise. Taeyong, God promise. I wiped his face with my hands. He pulled me into a hug. Taeyong, I am really ashamed for my behavior, Vian. Vian, you should be. You should be gracious to me that I forgive you. Taeyong, yes, yes, I am. I am really thankful to you, Vian. You know, if there was another woman in my place, she would never forgive you. You should be grateful to me all your life and treat me like a queen. I tried to tease him with pouty lips. He laughed loudly and pulled me into a deep kiss. His hands were wrapped around my waist and his lips were attached with mine. He deepened the kiss by holding my neck with one hand. We were busy kissing when his phone rang. I pushed him away, remembering we were on a street, not in our bedroom. Taehyung, what? Why? We are not in our bedroom. Look around. He looked around and laughed. He got up and stretched his hand to me. I held his hand and stood up. Taeyong, you must be tired. He lifted me in his arms, pecked my forehead, and walked to the car. The end.